Welcome back. You made it to episode 3 of The Fire Within. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you challenged something you believed about yourself? Not questioned someone else, questioned yourself. A belief you hold, a story you repeat, a verdict you accepted, maybe from someone who told you something about who you were when you were 7 years old and have been living inside ever since. Here's what neuroscience has confirmed in recent decades. The brain is not fixed. It is not finished. It is not set in stone at some arbitrary age. The brain has neuroplasticity, the ability to rewire, reform, and restructure itself based on new inputs, new experiences, and new repeated thoughts. Which means who you are right now is not a sentence, it is a starting point. But here's the sabotage. Every time you say, "That's just how I am," you are telling your brain to stop looking for alternatives. You are pulling up the anchor and declaring yourself permanently docked. And your brain, which is extraordinarily obedient to the stories you feed it, says, "Understood, we're done looking," and you stay. Stuck in a personality you inherited. Stuck in habits you never consciously chose, stuck in a version of yourself that was shaped by your environment, your wounds, your fears, and that you have mistaken for your identity. But your wounds are not your identity. Your history is not your destiny. Your past performance is not your ceiling. Let me give you a different set of words. Words that don't close doors. Words that open them. Instead of, "That's just how I am," try, "That's how I've been, and I'm changing." Feel the difference? That's not just syntax. That's a shift in ownership. That's the moment you stop being the passenger in your own life and you put your hands back on the wheel. Now, I want to go deeper here because I think there's something we need to address directly. Some of you use "that's how I am," not because you believe it, but because it lets you off the hook. If I am fundamentally a certain way, then I can't be expected to change. I can't be held responsible for the results. And no one can be disappointed in me because at least I was honest about my limitations. But here's what you're actually doing. You are shrinking yourself to a size that feels safe. And the tragedy is not that you're shrinking, it's that you're calling the cage a home. Your disposition, the way you respond to people, to setbacks, to opportunity, to criticism, is not genetics. It is a practice. And like any practice, it can be changed with intentional repetition. Someone who says, "I'm not a morning person," and then wonders why they never achieve their goals before the day consumes them, that's a disposition choice. Someone who says, "I'm not good with people," and wonders why their network never grows, that's a disposition choice. Someone who says, "I'm not patient," and wonders why their relationships and projects keep collapsing, that's a disposition choice. Disposition is the bridge between who you are and what you achieve, and most people never think to build it. So let me leave you with this today. The fire within you is not a metaphor. It is a physiological, psychological, and spiritual reality. But fire needs oxygen, and the oxygen is this: belief that you can change. Not that change will be easy, not that it will be quick, but that it is possible. Because the moment you believe change is possible, the brain starts looking for how. And the moment the brain starts looking, it starts finding. In episode 4, we are going to talk about the one relationship that determines the quality of every other relationship in your life. And it's probably not the one you're thinking of. I'll see you there.